we're now at the Story Institute. We've got the reading room, turned it into a cafe, my last orders. We've got members of the public in having tea and coffee and cake, and they're answering questions about death and dying. We've even got the professionals joining with the questions, not in a professional way, but in the way that it affects all of us as human beings.
So my name is Judith Reid. I'm the charity coordinator for Morecambe Bay Hospitals Charity. I'm here today representing the charity. We're here for many reasons. The obvious one is legacies. We want to promote people giving legacies, donations in memory, but also we want to encourage people to fundraise. It's a good way when coping with grieving to throw themselves into something like a fundraising event. It helps with the grieving. Well, I think everyone's got experience of death in some way, so we all have something that we can give to it. We all have a part to play, I feel.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm Head of Nursing at St John's Hospice in Lancaster. And I'm here today to encourage people to have the difficult conversation about what you want when you're dying. It's about preventing crisis at end of life, and it's about families not having to make difficult decisions so they know what the person would have wanted. They've got something to go with. It's having something written down, something that you've talked about with someone who can advocate for them at the end of life, whether that's quite sudden or whether it's more prolonged. Events like this are good to get people talking. You can hear how noisy it is, lots of talk going on.
I'm the bereavement specialist nurse for the Trust, Lindsay, so I deal with community and hospital deaths. So for me today, it was really interesting to come along to be there to answer any questions for the public or professionals, but also I'm really enjoying myself being part of the discussions on the table at the moment and looking at our own views. I probably do a lot of helping other people, but maybe don't actually think about what my own preferences would be. So it's nice to explore my own feelings and what I'd like to happen to me. I've decided that I don't really care once I've died what happens to me, and I don't want somewhere where lots of people have to feel they come to.
The first question was, should we talk more about death and dying? If more and more people came to this sort of forum, when the inevitable happens in years' time, there may be something they remember, something somebody said or something they read that could be more helpful than this is now.
Brilliant. But actually, to get people to talk about it is a really hard sell. How do you
persuade people? Another way of doing
it
is through soap operas. They're always talking about important subjects, aren't they?
And the way really that things have changed over the years, that going back 30, 40 years, people were probably far more reluctant to take children to funerals, and what the impact was on people around that time, where it wasn't dealt with transparently, where the child wasn't clear on what was happening, and now that's a very, very important issue, and now it's something that we would hope to sort of improve upon now.
Funerals to the death, okay.
Which was really interesting, more things that I would have liked to be talking about.
In an ideal world.
Yeah.
Well, in an ideal world, the government would say we don't want it all going to councils.